If you hold to my teaching, you are really my disciples. Then you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free. Here's what it's all about. Each part and organ of our human body has its geographical representation on our Mother Earth. China, also called the Middle Kingdom, is the pump of the world economy, where the labor force, whether human or robotic, works ceaselessly in a repetitive, organized and synchronized manner, and is therefore the representation of the heart, whose cells, by analogy, work in phase and without stopping. It is an authoritarian communist country, whose red color is the symbol of the blood which is propelled in all the body to bring all the necessary nutriments, similarly with the workers making the necessary material for our world. The pericardium is the sac that surrounds the heart. It normally has the function of protecting the heart and reducing friction between the heart and surrounding organs. It is symbolically represented by the Great Wall of China, which protects China, the heart. The heart's apex is at the bottom tip of the heart and helps pump or wring out blood from the ventricles to the rest of the body or the lungs. It does this by helping regulate the right and left ventricles of the heart and allowing them to pump blood upward and out of the heart. External inspection of the apex, proceeding toward the base, shows a clockwise and counterclockwise spiral formation, with loops going from without to within and from within to without, like two opposite vortex. The region that corresponds to the apex of the heart is Tibet. In fact, the word Tibet comes from the Chinese Tufan, or from the Arabic Tafa or El Tufan, meaning that turns round or great wind, so that we can also find the word typhoon, also from the Greek typhoon, meaning wind that turns, thus describing the vortex of the apex. Even the traditional Tibetan hat looks like the tip of the heart. The tip of the tongue is used as an important diagnostic tool in Chinese medicine. According to Chinese medicine, there is a strong correlation between a red tongue tip and dream-disturbed sleep and insomnia. This can be diagnosed as having heart fire. When internal heat rises to the chest and harasses the heart, the heat keeps the mind awake and does not allow the spirit to rest. This disturbance may be due to external poisoning, such as certain dangerous inoculations. Conditions affecting the heart's apex include myocarditis, cardiomyopathy, and heart attack. These inoculations have been pushed for children despite a lack of evidence to support the recommendation. Therefore, it is not surprising that the Dalai Lama asked a young boy to suck the tip of his tongue. This is not insignificant, and we can understand the symbolism here. The word Everest is said to be a variant of Devereux, a Norman name, from Évreux in France, which from a Celtic tribal name Eburovices, based on the Ebura, the modern Our River. Ebura itself comes from the word Eberu or Ebaru, which means white, and gives also the word Hebrew. The biblical book of Genesis speaks of the relationship between fraternal twins Jacob and Esau, sons of Isaac and Rebekah. Jacob, later given the name Israel, is regarded as a patriarch of the Israelites and is an important figure in Abrahamic religions. It is important to understand that Jacob is associated with the element zinc, because zinc inhibits tyrosinase activity, reducing melanin production and thus whitening the skin. Whereas Esau, described as all red at birth, is associated with the element copper, which is necessary for tyrosinase to produce melanin. Finally, Mount Everest, the summit of Tibet in the world, constantly white, represents the extreme tip of the apex, whose zinc plays a very important role. This is because the release of calcium into the cell causes the heart to beat strongly. And zinc, within the cell, can fine-tune the release of calcium by regulating the opening and closing of the ryanodine receptor responsible for the release of calcium.